Alright, so pretty much instead of studying for the exams I have in a week, I'm making a video complaining about the exams that I have to study for in a week. Thousands of dollars to attend university. Sometimes I think, is this shit even worth it? And the irony is there's so many people, my age, 18 to 25 plus, in the same position, thinking the same thing that you and I are thinking, especially when it comes to when we have to do our exams, like assignments, things that you have to do that you don't want to, just to get the piece of paper that says that you've done the chores that, a corporation made you do. And they'll say there's scholarships, things that you can do to make the costs go down, or, places you can get help. At the end of the day, you're still raking out the big bucks every single year just to get a piece of paper. Say you get half off or 50% off what your course would regularly cost. You're still forking out, this much amount of money on average a year. The main problem that I'm struggling with, I guess, is not really uni, but just people trying to take advantage of you, especially big corporations trying to take advantage of you more and more. Like, the cost of buying is just continually increasing as the value of money and how much your time is worth is decreasing and not, matching the increase in cost of living. And I realize this especially with, driving or, having a car, bro. You gotta buy the car. You got to pay for the registration. You got to make sure everything's good. Get a roadworthy check if you're buying the car secondhand. Pay the tax on top of it. Pay for petrol. And then they try to charge you to park. Like, I get it if it's like a private corporation and they've bought the property, but like, sometimes you have to pay for parking on, taxpayer paid for property. And it's just like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like, especially at uni, I despise paying for parking at uni. You already pay like $10,000 a year, $7,000 to $10,000 a year. If it's a 3-year course, $30,000, and on top of that, you got to pay for parking. And I mean, I'm beating a dead horse here because we all think the same, I guess. We all know that the universities, the colleges, they're a corporation. They're out to make money at the end of the day, just like I'm out to make money by using their degree to get as a means to an end. But at some point you realize how many people actually want to do the thing that they've set out to do at university. Obviously there's a lot of parental pressure, or, pressure from society. Go the uni route, get a degree, get your job. And it is good in some cases, but not all. Yeah, so the worst part is most of us don't want to go to uni. In fact, we have no idea what we're doing at uni. And if you've ever been in a lecture, either physical or online, you know what I'm talking about.
First, we're going to start off by adding our steamed milk to the bottom of the glass. And we're going to top it off with our espresso. Then you...
Powerful websites you should know. Part 14. If you ever had a restaurant or store without internet, just go to this website.
Increasingly, exams and, stuff, you're not even learning anything on top of this. So not only are you paying an arm and a dick to go and learn something useless that you probably won't ever use again, unless it's, important for your course, but most of the things we learn are like filler. They're like, what's it called? Electives, and just stuff that people have to tick a box so that you can say that you've done this, even though you're not really going to use it anywhere else. But yeah, online school, man, like, we all can admit that we Google the answers for all the online tests and stuff. We have our notes right in front of us. What knowledge are we actually retaining? What are we actually learning, right? And I guess this doesn't apply to the top 1 to 2% of students who, actually memorize the things that they're supposed to memorize and, go the extra mile. Professor, professor, like in the Zoom call, just like, this doesn't apply to you. If you're not, just click off right now if that's you. But, and you knew there was a but coming, I'm in the same scenario complaining about the things that I do on a day-to-day basis. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to drop out. Because uni can be and is worth it in cases. But that doesn't mean that I escaped that feeling in my mind, and probably in your mind too if you're still here watching this video, that you could be using your time better. And you also realize that this course, unless it's like a very important role that you're studying to be, maybe like a doctor, lawyer, some stuff like that, it's not confirmed. There's no guarantee that you're actually going to get a job based on the degree. But yeah, we all have that feeling that we could be doing something else. We're all scared that we are wasting our time, that we could be putting our passions, instead of putting them on the back burner or just neglecting them entirely, we could be focusing entirely on it. even though there's no job security in what you want to do, the things that you work hardest for are usually the things that you love, and those are your passions. Even though there is no job security, look at all the examples of people that have made something massive out of themselves just by doing what they love. And it is like a scary thing. You do need to have a lot of courage. And I guess, yeah, life's scary. So, I don't know. Courage is something you have to learn, or you just get left behind. But yeah, the main message of this video is just me getting out my frustration. We don't know what we're doing. Nobody does. We're all too scared to admit that we are just as clueless as the people that dropped out and are following their passions, or, people that dropped out doing trade, digging holes or working in a garage. We're all at the same level. We just like to act, and we use university to set like a facade up that we know what we're doing. And that we have a system in place or a structure that helps us, feel as though we're doing the most that we could right now. When in reality, most of us are not. But yeah, I'm going to go do what I just have been complaining about for the last couple minutes. So until next time.